Candy free. You can do three candles. See, babe? Babe? All three of the jails, like that, work. Like I said, we can go.
All right. Hebrew Israelite coming week in and week out. Prophesy the downfall of America. Lift our power. And first and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, God. We give double honor to the apostle of Jim Message 12. Blessed salutation. To Aki and Aqua, hope for elect, scattered four corners. We're gonna go into Ephesians 5. To you men, like the scripture says, the Lord said, to you men are called, because we are the protectors of the fighters who stand up for our nation. Yeah. The Lord did up with us, so we have to get on point. It's been man, but give me Exodus first chapter. Because it's been an order from the elite down to destroy so-called black men, so-called Hispanic Latino men, and make them effeminate and make them bugged out and make them, pretty much accepting of anything and pretty much love the down. Basically, be happy with the downfall of our nation. And when they look at our people, they just be like, that's how it goes. When you look at Jake now, they pretty much have no backbone or really don't really care or consider the state of the condition of our people. But thus, like the scripture says, the Lord had kept 7,000 men that shall not bow down to Baal. We are those ones that sign and crying about all the wickedness that has been done to us and all the wickedness that have befallen our people and the wickedness that our own people have done upon each other and their own selves, trying to make it in this society. Give me Exodus when it goes into order to destroy all the man children. Exodus like 1, yeah.
This is the book of Exodus 1 and 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives.
So this is an agenda that's been happening periodically throughout the centuries of our captivity. When you go to war, you kill the men. You take the woman as spoiled. You take the children as basically as slaves. So they were the children in the fear and the breaking of their mothers of the doings of their mother. They will be willing in that day to pretty much build up for society. Because a father would know, this person's our enemy. You don't make the agreements with them, no allegiance with them. You go to war with them. Even if you gotta die, you go to war. You don't bow down. But there's a new generation of men of our nation that are bound that have bowed themselves down to the so-called white man and this whole infrastructure. And now look at our people. Look at the men of our nation. They're the biggest goddamn moles in their laughing stocks, man. Our women are doing more than us, man. Our women are saying they had to take the lead and take the role. Go on some of these podcasts now. It's unbelievable what these women are saying out of their mouths, man. And what
there's a woman called you below, you follow. That woman, she's like one of them hot feminist women that be on that bullshit promote femininity, this and that and shit like that.
Hey, Cynthia, you good, Cynthia G? You have a lot of these bitches, right? Man, the whole platform, but pretty much when a woman can see she got any leverage or platform she can get on, she's going to parade her madness. She's going to parade this feminism. She's going to parade that same shit off their grandmas and their mamas and their aunts. Push it to them. And that's why men are getting fed up.
Even I may add, even if even within this truth, you see these so-called daughters of Zion, man, these wicked thieves, they take this book and run with it, man. They go crazy off the bug out shit, man. But
that's right.
They
come in, they think they can come in with their feminism.
That's right.
That shit will get kicked right out the window. Thrown right out the window. Remember that I forgot what movie it was. It was pretty much the king's son was the Mo, with the alphabet. He said, he grabbed him, he threw right out the window. Like, yeah, I know, yeah. You know what movie I'm talking about?
Threw him out like Fresh Prince.
Yeah. What was this? DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff.
You know?
Threw him out.
We're matching something we don't have to do. That was a great part. Yep, that's what it was. Yep, yep. Yeah, I suggest bro to check that out. A good movie. Got it, bro.
Of which the name of the one was Shipra, and the name of the other was Pur. Verse 16, and he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman and see them upon the stools, if it be a son,
it's even now. It's like a celebration now of killing black boys. You know, so-called black boys. It's an act. You can go pull up on internet. You know, the celebration of killing little so-called black boys, man. You know, getting them all drugged up on Ritalin, Zoloft, injecting them with all sorts of madness. You know, it's been a gag order to destroy the boys of our nation, and that's why look at us now. Back in the day, you didn't see so-called black men as feminine and soft like you do. But now it's just look at them, you know, they're pushover. And these Negroes love the fact that our people are in this condition. So it's our brain, the so-called black man's brain, is on some yo. This ain't nothing wrong with me, you know. That's why you got niggas going on YouTube. You got niggas talking about yeah, this our gang, this our city, New York, Jersey, Cali, Florida, and then you niggas don't own nothing, man. You know, you got it. It shows your mind, and then you uplift with it. You know, you got it.
And see them upon the stools, and if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
Kill it, man. Kill it either physically or kill it mentally. It's better, to be honest, it's better off dying than being a mental sick that's dead. You know, that's why the scripture says a sound mind is beautiful. You know, and only by the way of the Lord of Yahweh Shah can give that, give you a sound mind and good estate and health. You know, through these scriptures, what we're broadcasting through our people to the hopeful elect. Because the hopeful elect is the only one that's going to get it. You know? To the 2/3, they're not going to get it because pretty much they just been co-founded and they love the society. Basically, they just got that agreeable spirit. So be it. Hey, I'm not getting offended. Pretty, it's simple. But until all hell breaks, that's what you're going to react to. That's dumb stupid. Now you have no hedge and no cover from your house.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
She shall live. So keep the daughters. Because women are good for society. It's good for the economy. Promote that she's liberated, promote her promiscuity, teach her that she's a whore. You know, she's better than her man. She doesn't need it. Independency. And she will break everything. She will confuse everything. She will turn everything upside down. This is the society that you see amongst our people. It's a goddamn shame. Again, when you see the so-called black woman, it's basically she thinks she's the spokesperson to so-called black people. You know? When you go on these news, you go and watch them on television. What do you see on how they got these so-called black men looking? Feminine, weak ass gang member, like that old Spice commercial. Terry Crews, crying over his old Spice.
Oh yeah. Comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. No? Oh yeah.
Keep you on keep you on
he used to be on
Blackish or something.
He used to be on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
Comic View. Yep. Comic View. Yep. I remember him. Yeah. And that's the thing about it. They had I think Terry Crews was still on. They got that big muscular ripped up nigga. Right. He dancing, acting like a damn jester. Basically he's jester. A fucking clown, man. You know?
Me Too movement.
And then you look at these old gang members, you got this nigga, what's his name? Big Meech's son. Man, nigga, you would never been in that lifestyle, man. And that's what I'm saying. That's why, and even a lot of chicks are waking up and saying, goddamn, so-called black women, they love thugs. But when you look at thugs are just fucking terrorists amongst our people. You know? And when you look at the word thug, it goes back to that guy, Damn, what God is that?
Thug and people
Yeah,
evil.
it goes hand in hand. It goes back to idolatry, man. It goes back to pull it up real quick, Sean. You got it, Sean?
The book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house,
Right.
and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
Going back to slavery, what did they do amongst all the whole congregation? They brought the buck, the biggest, meanest, the toughest Jake, and they did what with it? They broke him in front of everybody. They put fear on everybody. Same thing that they always do. So yeah, that's what they do. And then again, they always bring these rap niggas that they promote themselves as thugs. But then when they get ridiculed or suppression come upon them, they make them look weak. Really, it's like we had that so-called white boy in the Buffalo shooting. Now you got Griselda, Westside Gun, Conway, Benny the Butcher. These niggas talking about they the biggest dope boys or whatever, thug niggas. But when the white boys shot up your fuck community, you had nothing to say, you know? So rappers and so-called black men that they think that they promote as like the thing in our community, our society, they're pretty much they're fucking pushovers. They're weaklings, man. They'll kill their own people. But when it comes back to doing something to the enemy, they have no pushback. They have no drive, no ambition. They just push them. They go back to their grandma house and hide underneath the couch or hide underneath the goddamn table. You know? Or they just put their fucking hands up. You know? The weaklings. And that's what been years for our women to even have their first babies with, their first encounters with, blow their rods or conduct their mannerism to them. But then when they're 30 years old, 40 years old, that's when they want to change. No, it doesn't work like that. Man. So this truth is for, to the hopeful elect and teaching our people what we ought to have been taught when we were kids, man. That's why the scripture said, teach them, give me that Proverbs, I think, Proverbs 20, teach thy son how he ought to go. You bring that out one time.
No. This is just going into what a thug or a diva is. These are two ancient Buddhist demons, thug and demon.
And Tupac, thug
right.
man.
That vibration.
I wonder if ever got a ghetto. Had it on it, thug. Yeah, we all know, man, this nigga was a ballerina dancer. That nigga was a creative player. Yeah, good one too. And nigga, I remember I was just listening to Tupac first album. What was that shit called? Damn. Tupac is now. You got the song Lunatic, you got the song Words of Wisdom, Violent. And then you got some other song. He's talking like a nigga. Yeah, he's talking poetic. That dualism spirit in face of the hypocrisy shit. Man. But then when you really look at this guy, this nigga was a great player. All that shit that they put on the media about him is well false. Man. You want to say something?
That was pretty much it on that.
Hey, I got something to back up him. It also goes into the worship of this God Kali.
That's it.
Yeah. As first, I want to go into Thuggy because Thuggy was basically, what I'll go into. Thuggy cult was based on the worship of goddess Kali. Kali is the destructive and creative.
Hey, niggas destructive. Hey, when niggas rise and do anything, what do? They fuck up their own goddamn community, right? When a nigga, if you are not from around the area, and you want to go see a so-called woman or something, or just see one of your homeboys, these niggas out there ready to goddamn destroy you and whatever.
It says Kali is the fierce aspect of Diva, the supreme goddess who is fundamental to all Hindu deities.
Hey, is it not funny? Beyonce calls herself a diva. Bitches go around calling themselves divas. Barbie doll, right. And niggas call themselves thugs, right? So this is what Esau created you niggas to become. A mind of destruction. When you look at so-called black people, their mind is on a destructive mindset. Nothing but destruction. Grabbing and barrel, destroy each other, But when it comes back down to wanting to do something, you don't know how to do it. You know. Hey, another thing Esau pushed too was the distrust of so-called black men. Because when you destroy the trust of men, and we got men thinking, "Oh, I can't trust them," you would never come together, man. Right? That one up spirit.
Because this goes in right into what you were bringing out. I want to go into Cali first, then I want to go into thugs. It says Cali is believed to be the destroyer of evil spirits and preserver of devotees. She is close to Shiva, and her name derives from Kala. It says from the Sanskrit words for dark or time. Kala also means black female as opposed to her consort Shiva, who is white. It says Kala is often portrayed standing on the inner form of her consort Shiva. She is sometimes in the company of she demons. Her 8 arms hold weapons and or the severed head of a demon. These objects held by Kali symbolize both her creative and destructive power. Going into, that creative player you was talking about, the so-called white man has created, he has shaped and formed the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans' minds. It says, Kali demonstrates the ambient ambivalence of deity with which, according to Hindu tradition, manifests itself in the unending cycle of life and death, creation and destruction.
And remember, what did the Lord, going back to the law, statute, commandments, and even Yahweh Shah supported it too. Love thy power and love thy neighbor. That cuts all of that, man. Because if you knew that your power in truth and in righteousness, you would know, hold on, what the so-called white man is promoting to me is destructive. It's against my nature. I'm not supposed to be like this, man. But since our people don't know that our power is an easy tactic. It says, man, don't have to control over his flesh or his mind. It's like a city book. It's a book, the city with no walls. That's why Esau said, Keisha. Poof. Yeah, Esau said, I got action. He saw a dollar sign. He saw genders on it. He said, I can use it. And that's why they use rappers, television, the media. They use all of this to promote this lifestyle and this contrary lifestyle of living. And they try to promote now this nigga Jay-Z. Oh, this nigga talk about that slick shit. Fly, Bentley cars, close the holes. Now, he said, it's your boy. And he'll say, yeah, what's the shit? Because when that nigga say something, they elevate this nigga words to they stole it, man. Yeah, man. You know, what is it? Basically was talking about how they flip houses in Brooklyn. How they were selling you could buy the project for that. No, you could buy the brownstone for pretty much nothing. And then you could flip it later. Man, nigga, shut the fuck up, man. You part of the reason why niggas didn't want to do none of that. They want to sell drugs. Hey, the whole his first out, he knocked the hustle. Right. Reasonable, what is it? Reasonable doubt. Talking about that slick ass drug shit, man. How a nigga want to get to anything when the so white man promoted drug use and drug pushing in this whole what is that big man energy? You got David down, so that's a lifestyle. Right. People really thought they could I got a slick rap style. Even Puerto Rican niggas, so-called Puerto Rican niggas, man. If I act like Daddy Yankee, Yomo, act up all there. If I act with his chain, and I get that beat by Looney Tunes, I can be like this. Look at Puerto Rico, man. Puerto Rico known as a welfare island, man. Ain't nothing going on in fucking Puerto Rico, and they gentrifying the fuck out of Puerto Rico, man. And they did, and again they destroyed. I forgot who was telling. Man, I think Ephraim was telling me how they did Puerto Rico back in the day, because you had a lot of Ephraimites that actually own land in Puerto Rico, but I think they did something to that land in some type of form. I forgot what it was. Pretty much telling me they did something and kicked them Ephraimites off the island. That's why you had in like 1970 that whole charade of Ephraimites came to New York. You know,
I'm gonna finish this one. I'm gonna go into thug, which is derived from thuggy. You know that India cult. It says as well organized group of professional murderers or actually let me skip up. It says thugs were a well organized hereditary cult that practiced large scale robbery and murder. I'm gonna read it again. It says thugs were a well.
So that's how they
Yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. It says thugs were a well organized hereditary cult that practiced large scale robbery and murder justified by their belief in serving Kali. Membership induction was often passed from father to son.
What's that song? Oh my God, yo, remember that song? Trick Daddy.
Yeah, it said membership. Yeah, God. It said membership induction, man. You see when these games, all these games out here, you gotta be inducted in. Man. You gotta go through a process.
And they keep that shit to their hospital.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like,
con.
Oh my God, I remember North Carolina. That's pretty much was like, daddy was a drug dealer, the uncle was a drug dealer, so you gotta go drug dealer. You know?
Yeah, but like that. What was that movie for OG Bobby Johnson?
Oh yeah.
You know, single daddy. You know. I'm gonna keep going. It says membership induction was often passed from father to son, with the woman of the home being kept unaware of the men's cult activity as a well-organized group.
That's when you saw slip it in the ass there.
Yeah.
19 what? 50.
Right.
Yeah. What's the other one?
That's real shit. That's real shit because nowadays when Jake's out there doing whatever he does in the streets, what did the woman do? What did the mother do? They extol their son like he's the best child in the world, and Ray's out there robbing, stealing, killing, and then meanwhile the mother's out here talking about her son like he's a good upstanding citizen. You know,
when you go back to the 1940s and the 50s and 60s, when they would basically they destroyed the industrial age, the warehouse, the DMC, they started taking those jobs overseas. So Jake, they couldn't make ends meet. So they said, I'm going to the street. He saw bringing the drugs over, the game, territory, that big ass black civil rights. Man, that was really like a era. Like, a lot of people know the 1960 was very treacherous. I'm not treacherous, but it was very particular to fuck this place up. And they had to calm these jakes down. Because you remember you had Northern Kingdom rising up, you had so-called black people rising up, you had Hispanic, so-called Hispanic rising up. You had the Brown Pride, you had the Latin Kings, you had the Black Panthers out here. And they were and what was their purpose? They were doing what? Talking about the problems of our people, the detrimental, the what is it? The poverty and the suffering, what they were doing to our people. So they spread the violence up. So what happened was Esau flipped it up, brought in all this negligence and distrust of so-called black Latino, and when our woman was humble back in those days. They were feminine. They know they needed their man. So they came with a plan. You know, with Jake go out there getting locked up because you look at the documentary that shows you feminism. It didn't work right away. They had to bring in the prison industrial system in the drugs in to really maximize the harmful effects of feminism because once they started locking Jake up, because again, a lot of those men wasn't letting their family, their woman know and their mom know, but they were selling out there selling drugs or doing on wicked, their wickedness, man, destroying their community. But then when the men start getting locked up, that's when we start saying, hey, man, your man's getting locked up, there's no jobs for you. We give you this government assistance every month paid. So it seemed like it was a good deal. But at the end of the day, look at what it has done to our people. Look at what it had done to the so-called Hispanics, to the so-called Latinos, man. You know?
I'm gonna finish this out. It says, as a well-organized group of professional murderers and assassins, thugs travel throughout India in gangs of 10 to 200 members, all dressed in various guises.
Bloods, you know, then they now see, they destroyed the Black Kings, the Brown Pride movement, and then you had all a bunch of Hispanic gangs, Latino gangs grew up. And that's why even to this day, we have a large base of Latino gang that's growing up in America. Hey, thus Richmond with the Hispanic, so-called Hispanic gangs there. They be fucking each other up, man. You know? But
It says all dressed in various guises. It says they targeted travelers, especially wealthy travelers, gaining the confidence of their soon-to-be victims when a favorable opportunity arose. Thugs strangled their victims with a handkerchief or noose. Yeah, that's where you get that Jake wearing that bandana, you know, around his neck and around his face, man. You know, it says,
and again, they proud. You think you're thinking to yourself, why do Jake rob somebody broke his head? Why would you go to another area and do something to somebody that's broke as you and look like? Why don't you go to the so-called white people neighborhood and go fuck up their shit or take from them? You know? Them niggas know, hey, them niggas gonna get in trouble, lots of trouble. You know?
it says the thugs strangled their victims with a handkerchief or noose around the victim's neck.
And that's how you know Esau gave him that mentality. So Esau, what does Esau do? He prey on the weak, right? The poor. What do these niggas do in these gangs and these them wicked organizations amongst the hood, in them ghettos? They prey on the weak. Look at the so-called Latino, all the problems in South America, in the islands. They prey off the fucking weak, man. Because that mentality has been taught to them by who? The so-called white man, the devil himself. Right?
It says once the victim was dead, the thugs then plundered his belongings and buried the body. The acts of displaying false friendship, murder, and the burial of the victim were performed according to an ancient, rigidly prescribed process. These barbaric acts were all.
Put that tire through that movie,
Yeah.
Stab him up, beat him up.
9 times out of 10, when Jake get killed or murdered, you know, his killer or someone who has something to do with him getting put to death is at that funeral. You know, it says,
that slogan, kill a nigga, put it on his face on a shirt,
right?
Then go watch what
God.
funeral or shoot up people.
Yeah, they'll shoot up the funeral, man. You know, Jake's wicked as hell, man. It says the consecration. That's pretty much it.
Give me found it.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 10 and verse 27.
That's steroid use in the making right there. Yeah, all steroid use in the making. Master.
It says, and he answered and said, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart.
So love the Lord thy power with all thy heart. See, that cuts out a lot of foolishness. You know, everything that the Lord said to watch out for. If we would have known who our Father really was, we would know how to stay away from wickedness. And those subtle speeches and those wiles are the devil. That's why the scripture talks about putting the wiles, put a full armor of the Abashah so you can escape the what? The wiles of the devil. Because since the breaking of our nation, man, we have been attacked at all angles. You know, when they tell you learn how to box, they tell you how to hit your opponent at different angles. Man. Esau has hit our people with hard straight, hard punches and hooks and uppercuts in all angles. Man. You know?
It says, in answer he said, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thine heart.
All their heart, all thy mind. You're supposed to, attend to wise counsel, really be digging deep in, dig deep. Just like when our people went towards Christianity church, they did that shit faithfully. They attended Bible study on Wednesday. They attended church every Sunday faithfully. You know, this the basically get brought up to be fucking stupid, mindless, senseless people, man. Now look at our people. Look at our people from so-called Latinos, Hispanic, and Negroes, man. They're through. You ask our people, what did you speak before you were conquered? You can't tell you. What did the so-called black man speak before English? You can't tell you. What did Hispanics speak before they spoke Spanish? You can't tell you. You got it.
It says, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength,
Yep.
and with all thy mind, thy neighbor as thyself.
So you're supposed to put in effort when you worship the Heavenly Father. This is not just lip service. Like the scripture said, this is a hypocritical nation. A people of rebellion and a stubborn, stiff-necked people. Our people are sottish people. They're stupid. You know? They say they love the Lord. Oh, I love the Lord. Yes, I love God. That's the church. But then, start asking them questions, then it'll all show. But it'll eventually show whom he really loves. Got it?
I'm gonna read it again. It says, Luke chapter 10 and verse 27. And he answered and said, thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself.
So again, you're not gonna see, like when you look at the so-called black woman, you get this, it just oozes out self-hatred. When you see the so-called black man, you just see he has no confidence in himself. Why? Because he doesn't know himself. He doesn't know his power. And that would make sure an easy target that's suitable to be made basically good for economics. Because due to our stupidity have been the fullness of the Gentiles with these heathens, man. You know? That was it.
Yeah.
Give me yep, oh yeah, hold that up. Yeah.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
But Esau has pretty much the standard of our household, with the power in our household. So when your mother, she's whitewashed, your father, he's whitewashed. So when you're born in this society, you're pretty much being raised up upon the standard of America, to be an American citizen. To accept, worship, conduct, love this society. You're taught to vote. You're taught to go to his so-called white man's school system, get his goddamn job, speak his language, speak it good too. Speak eloquently. Use big words. Be a good nigga. You're taught to be a good nigga here in America. From your mother, from your father, from your grandmother. But when you ask our parents, so what about us? So where did we come from? They're trying to get rid of that now. Slavery and black history, they try to get rid of it. Because they don't want you to think, they don't even want you to think. They just pretty much just want people to just be born in this society, get brought up in this society, and become freaks. Think opinionated, self-love.
But they see that all that vocabulary, they see that leading to evil Israelism. Even the Bible being around, even reading out the scriptures, to them they look at it as, our people eventually could stumble upon the truth and the men correctly breaking down the scripture. So they're trying to completely take out that, even that base level, knowledge, okay, ultimately the book, from so-called evil. That's right. So by the time you hit 11, 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even heard about the Bible, man.
And that's why they also had to change even the music. The 1970s and 60s, that was real, like a conscious music. Right. Like I said, I grew up listening to Richmond. My first sound of source of Richmond. I always remember, I never forget. That's when I heard about slavery and about the Old Testament. Obviously being so-called black from Benjamin. And then what did they come up with? That old freaky mess. Pasa. Beanie Man, that old Johnson. Get him on up. Get to the all that fucking buffoonery, man. You know, it came from conscious um, reggae music to fucking reggae music of buffoonery, man. Dancing and hey, man, you'll see Benjamin back in the day. You see Benjamin, that shit, dancing and shit, man. You know, yeah, dance all beanie man and all that element, man. What's it? That damn song, man. Smoking goddamn weeds and all that shit, some media and all that shit, man. And they should show us Jake. What do they do? Everything like party, love, bunch of bullshit, man. But what happens since we didn't know who we are, but it gradualism, conditioning, led our people to become what they are now. So now, since the standard is gone, I mean not the standard, but it's not pretty much anything that has to do with us to provoke, like what's going on, experiencing some type of when you look at I can't pinpoint it right now, but when you look at when you read the scriptures, it tells you how the Lord allows certain nations to be around us and cause us to pretty much stir us up. Pretty much this the reason why you'll see Esau beat up Jacob because he's both your thoughts.
Ronnie King.
Yep. Rodney King. And there's been a lot more, even Hispanics, man. They beat the hell out of his so-called Hispanics and Latinos, man. You know? But the Lord allows these things to happen. And these race theory to provoke your thoughts and make you think, make you wonder. And then what happens? Now especially now when the prophets are out there and how the power is now, man. That's why the so-called white man, that's why they don't like us. That's why they don't want us out here. Because we got the truth. There's truth. We didn't buy this truth. All of us can tell you. I never would have thought I'd be up here. None of us. I never. If you left me, I wouldn't even be in America. I wouldn't be here. I don't want to be here now. But for the spirit and my elective that I have to do, brothers are here.
This book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, and an angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bochim and said, I made you go up out of Egypt and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. Verse 2, and ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. You shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? Verse 3, wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their gods shall be a snare unto you.
That's right. And that's what the Lord has done, to our people, to have us in remembrance, to provoke that thought. The so-called white man has been a thorn to us. Idols, the philosophies. Look, our people are coming up now on these podcasts and showing like, yo, I did this, I did that, I did this. I don't have no pleasure in these things. Like the so-called black woman and these other women, they're saying. I mean, I know Camilla answered deep, but she would say, damn, I wish I never did Playboy. A lot of these girls are coming out pushing, saying they wish they did OnlyFans. They wish they wasn't promiscuous women because it gave them no sense of enjoyment in the latter days, man. All this is happening to provoke that thought because again, what the so-called white man has in front of you all day, everything's okay. There's no poverty, there's no ghetto, no slum, niggas ain't dying, it ain't drugs out here. Pretty much everybody got the mindset of an outsider that thinks America has gold streets, man. You know, but when you look, when you come out, step outside of your house, I mean, it's changed. Even when you go to a good area, yeah, homeless sign, drugs, bug outs, crazy people. Because what? These people have been in diversity. They're in diversity. So, there you go. There you go. Sick. No. You know? See, like that. That's gonna provoke the thought, man. What the hell? You know? See, if you when you see it like things like that ain't right, when you go into the that's what the scripture says, go ask about the old way, you know, ask about the old days because you'll see, you know, men ain't careful something like that. Men was acting like that. Then you start to think, things start to happen, you start seeing things. You start trying to put two and two together. You even hold the fuck up, man. Something ain't right here. And then what happens? When you get on YouTube, you come across the Israelites, you start listening like you cut it off, but hold on. What did I just say? Hold on, man. So I'm in it because of sin, we're in captivity, we curse. Then again, go back to this still on the so-called black women alone and let you make you curse. You know? Living in society, then you start thinking how you raised your mom. The mom was bugged out. Grandma was bugged out. The family was bugged out. You think you should start thinking. You should think it's up on you turn YouTube over the computer back up and start watching more videos. It's hold up. This is true. And see, this is why our enemy, the super white man, doesn't put this truth out there, man. Because once you start putting two and two together, you'll start realizing this man is your friend. You're going to start relapsing from this world. You're going to start putting your energy into the scripture, man. You know, then you're going to start trying to be a living spirit, a living soul, you know, and not be dead amongst the other people out there, man. Because everybody in America, you know, it's like this, man. If you don't have the spirit on you, you don't know who you are, and you're dead. You're with the congregation of the dead. You're not tuning into the lesson video, you're with the congregation of the dead. No hope.
I read verse 3 again. Judges chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out before you, but they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their God shall be a snare unto you. Verse 4, and it came to pass when the angel of the Lord spake these words unto all the children of Israel, that the people rejoiced and wept. And they called the name of that place Bochim, and they sacrificed there unto the Lord. That's it. Get that produce up.
That's it. We go there. Just going to what you were saying, as far as us inquiring and looking inward, you know, being in these scriptures, because we were all searching, you know, what is the answer? But you get around certain people in these nations, and you'll see that you know, they speak in their own language, they got their own customs, they have all types of order, the women in order. So you start to think, you're like, damn, what the hell is wrong with me?
That's why we go to the first book of Matthew to tell you, since we went with the demon, we haven't had suffering, we haven't had much sorrow. Because when you hang around other nations, you be like, damn, they got it together. That's why that's why a lot of Jake bug out become like Edomites, man. Because they see they got their father in the house, they their family get together, they get camping trips, they get to go to the mountains, Disneyland, the pool pad, the nice house, And then when you go back to your little shack with your single mother, you be like, some noodles, hot dogs in it.
Because it's so much easier for Jacob to follow the flesh than the spirit. So when he sees these other nations doing what they were designed to do,
Right.
you know, Jacob's fighting against the flesh.
Right.
You know?
He goes, let you go to like a mixed school, right? With all the nations there. You get cool with an Elamite, right? And man, they whole family live with each other, but they have order.
Right.
The father's there, the mother's instrument, she cook, the sisters cook. It's the arguing, it's the bickering, it's the fighting. And they might not really fully like it. You assist that. But they tolerate you because you're their child's friend. But then you doing it, night bro, nice house, nice car. And you're like, oh my God, damn. They got nice, their parents buy them things. They got the room above banner. They got nice food. Then when it's time for you to go home, you don't want to leave. Because you're like, I gotta go back to my mom and my sister, her, and she bugged out. All you heard, you know, is you go back.
I can't tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many times I spent a night over so-called Puerto Rican house.
Yeah. Or you know, and again, you know, just go to other next homes, man. You know, Jake just be like, damn, man. They just be like, I can't have it like this. Then we go back, you see junkies, you see crackheads, alcoholics. You know, Brooklyn. Fuck you, yo. Oh man, fuck out of here. You know, he's here a bunch of confusion. You just be like, man. You know. So again, it's you know, this who was reading? You?
Yeah, I just gotta bring this up.
Uh-huh.
It's a Song of Solomon 3:3. The watchmen that go out about the city found me, to whom said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth.
Right. Wisdom is here in the highways and the byways, which I have to seek for them to get to understand and have comfortability in this society where there is no comfortability, where there is no rest. Right. Bunch of destruction and confusion. That's why they call America the Great War of Babylon. But everybody's confused, you know. But again, you know, when you first stumble across the truth, man, basically you're just going to be talking to yourself. You're trying to put it together. You be like, yo, hold on, man. I'm Israelite from the respective tribe, and so I didn't have a father because or my father on this list because, and we don't have the same father. And was poor, son of the same peanut butter jelly sandwich, or even if you lived in a suburb, right? Yeah, question. Say that again. What are the 12 tribes of Israel? What they mean? It's a nation of people. It consists of 12 tribes. The so-called Black, Hispanic, Latino, Native Americans. What are you? See someone there? I'm not ready. Central America. One thing I would tell you. What did you speak before you spoke Spanish? You can't tell because it's not taught. But you taught that you are so-called El Salvador because it's so white you taught Spanish. But even prior to your language there in El Salvador, the reason why the
getting better though. We're getting better.
I know, but the thing about it, the reason why your country messed up is because it's so-called white people, because of America. That's why you had to come over here to escape the violence. That's why another thing too, you see here in America, gangs here of Hispanics and the Latinos there. But it's all conducted by the super white men that separate us as a nation and some countries. We worship the super white men system and infrastructure. You can be a bug out if you think that they want everybody to put in. Well, the mark of the beast is going to be it's going to be an object that the super white men are putting to track you, check your every move. That's what's coming. You can't go. But yeah, you so-called Hispanics and Latinos, man, that's not the Israelites. Time to wake up, man. We are in town. And the super white man has a lot of destruction and poverty, a lot of detriment things, man. And that's why he allowed only Hispanics to get us so far in society. I mean, look at the so-called black people in America. This was systematically done. How the reason why they're in the ghetto and the slum. They're not too far from the region. You know, I'm not saying it's the big one. This is the reality. Okay, give me that scripture again.
You know, the reason a lot of your people came over to this land.
Give me that scripture, Judah.
The reason my parents came is to escape the war that was going about us.
Okay. Yeah, so you know they was trying to escape a harsh condition. They were trying to go to America, so they can thrive. Contrary, to what they teach you. America's about to turn into that. Whatever they were fleeing, America's about to turn to far worse. Whatever they were fleeing, whatever land they were fleeing from. America's about to turn into a third world country. All right. Soon there's not gonna be no electricity out there. There could be no food. There could be high level poverty. People are getting rounded up and being put to death in large numbers. You know what I'm saying? By the ones you call the government and the police. And then soon after that, this whole place is gonna be destroyed. All right.
You hold them. I got this.
Israel and the children of Judah, Israel together. The child was broken up, was split up, so-called black and Hispanic. Now the Lord is bringing that nation back together. I'm telling you, so-called black and Hispanic people deal with a lot of colorism, a lot of some hatred has to do with and language has to do with the division of so-called black and Hispanic and Latino. You got it. So the Lord is bridging that back. When the main culprit, I'm letting you go. Main culprit is this right here. That's divided our people. So when you look at the Bible describes the Lord being a so-called black man, not this man right here. I go to Puerto Rico. That image is my favorite. I like this guy.
There you go.
Purple white man.
They refuse to let us work. They refuse to let them go. They won't redeem us to our rightful state. You know what I'm saying? So we have to go through Yahweh God, which is the actual name. Yahweh is the Father, and His Son is Yahweh God. This is how we come back to our status.
Because this is if I can add, this is a heritage. Man. This is our people. We are the children of Israel. We are the Lord's chosen people. We're the salt of the earth, right? We are better than every other nation here on the planet Earth.
Yeah, the best box, man.
You got it. We said this last week. Contrary to what you believe, we are still under oppression. We are still enslaved. We are still held captive. So, like, being under oppression, like, we pay taxes.
there's no way you're gonna be able to make it through.
Unsurvivable.
It's unsurvivable. Why? The Lord made it so. The Lord made it so that you would have no choice but to turn to Him. No gun, weapon, person, dog, animal, whatever. Education that you get in, so what the brother was bringing out, it would behoove you, you know, to find out more about what true heritage is.
You gotta remember, America doesn't like our people, bro. They don't like blacks. Evident is ghetto in the slums. They want so-called black Latino men to be homos, pushovers, except again, Spanish, not they came over here, they gave them idols, they gave them religion, Christianity, and they said this is your site to love yourself. You know, but you are a Christian.
I'm blood. Yep. I don't even really be saying Latino because the meaning of the word is owned by like the Latin people, they're owned by a Latin person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like why now?
Yeah, you better say that. You got the internet. Go to go on YouTube to get the information while you can. Look up GMS. So GMS and you search for GMS Virginia because that's what the campus is. But we got camps all over the place. You know,
Hey, you want to get Romans 13:11, Baruch Shah.
get this information while you can because all of this must be shut down.
Hey, get Ezekiel the 37th chapter, verse. I think it's verse 16. Starting, I think.
Civil wars, you know, coming back here, what difference between here and there? Everybody here got.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
The book of Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time that it is now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
There you go.
That sleep is a representation of how our people are. They don't realize who their true nationality is. They don't know who their true power is, which is the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and His Son's name Yahweh. They don't know who they believe in. They don't know who they serve, and this is why you have so many, homos out here walking around. You got women, pushing femininity because they don't believe in their husband.
Hispanic woman now, so-called Latino Hispanic woman now.
You go to college here? Okay, well you see it. You in college? You see the feminists? Shit, you can't even say nothing to these women without them.
How you think about the Hispanic woman now? Have they changed?
Yeah,
They become what? They become what?
they've been trying to become
There you go.
It's feminism.
feminism. Heavily put.
And where they learn that from? People. Why? Because look at the so-called black woman. Reason why she act like that because of what? The media. So white people. I grew up around Latino Los abuelas, tías, they were real nurturing. These new Hispanic women now, they're fucking devils, man. They're very masculine, they're proud. And when they come over here, they cussing their uncle. They come over here. Money, dinero, solamente.
Yeah, they come over here and have abortions and shit. They don't be doing that shit like that over their own land.
That's true.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In thy sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So going into that, the Lord had cursed, the women, to have the Israelite woman to have birth pains, right? All the women. Yeah, all the women, yeah. Because what she did was she transgressed, and she had her husband transgress, who happens to be Adam, the sons of God, and that's how we feel as a people, right? And then now you have it to where they wanted that ultimate power, like they did back in the garden. You see it now. They want that dominance. They want to be over the man. They want to be barking orders. They want you to sit at the house while they go out and have girls' night. They watch the children and stuff like that.
Evie Queen? That old chick Evie Queen? That's over there. Yeah, all women want to be like her, man. Evie Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Going back to the going back to the when the serpent came, which was a man to beguile Eve, the serpent said to Eve, you won't surely die.
Right.
You're gonna receive power. You're gonna be stronger than the man. You're gonna be a guide. You're gonna make your own decisions. You ain't gonna have to worry about taking orders from your man. Being under read that last part again.
It says Genesis 3 and 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you.
Yes, because for you women, your desire is supposed to be to your husband, man. All right, not to be in college, not to chase your career, not to be a professional rapper, a professional R&B star. Your desire is supposed to be to your husband. And it says he shall rule over. These women don't want their man to rule over them. Their desire is not to their husband. You ask these women, hey, if you found the man of your dreams right now, this, that, and gave him laid up an outline, they'd be like, well, I would only accept him if I'd been to college for 4 years, I done got settled into my career, and I got a house and this, and then I might consider that. So these women, their desires are elsewhere.
Until they 40, 50.
God, yeah.
That's how you don't want to bitch.
Yeah. Hey, bring out that Ezekiel 37, and you got it, bro. Because the brother came up, and asked, and that's why you gotta have a sign out here, man. That's why it's very important to have the 12 tribes sign out here, man.
Bringing the tribes together.
Right, God. Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 16. It says, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. Verse 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand.
And when you look at their music, we got Salvador, it sounds like reggae. Costa Rica, Panama,
Yep.
They got their own form of reggae style music.
Yep.
You go to Puerto Rico, you got reggae. Reggae, go back to Benji. And they all rap, goddamn, all of them rap. And we go back to Judah. All the tribes are come on. You got both no people. Both, aka no. They don't got it. The other camp talking about the other kingdom are not part of Israel, man, they're fucking idiots, man. Through the spirit, I believe there's gonna be a lot more lessons that's gonna come out about Northern Kingdom. You got South Park coming from Judah. And again, you're gonna have a lot of Northern Kingdoms gonna walk up and ask questions, man. Because again, they feeling that shit, man. Who was reading?
Oh well. It says verse 17, it says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand.
And nothing prior to this ever saw Northern Kingdom ever get together. I mean, you saw the 1950s, 60s, where you had the civil rights, you had the Black Panthers, Brown Pride, you had Brown Pride, Latin kings, so to speak. And you had certain Northern Kingdom and Judah that was doing the music thing together. You had Beach Street, movies like Beach Street, etc. You had Salsa, you had James Brown and all them coming together. But again, it got diffused. It simmered down. Now the Lord is actually bringing us tribes together to who? Yahweh.
They had this brother that walked up, and he was with a great motion. I mean, it was like
Right.
a couple stations,
Right.
And that's how you know you're how about Shemai Shai. I mean, it's easy to see his spirit, when he walked past the first time, he was kind of locked, and then he came back again. You know, so it just shows you, man, that the Lord is wrath of all of the hopeful elect, man.
And the walk of everybody do like Judah.
God.
You don't see
Right,
that
right.
You don't see that among the kingdom.
That's right.
That just shows you that the Lord is waking up the elect, with the spirit.
That's right.
Go back to train of a child.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22.
Give me what else.
Chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Now, Scripture said train up a child as he should go. Well, due to the curses, we wasn't taught anything about our power or who we are as a nation. We pretty much was raised off the ornaments of this world. The rudiments of this world. So it confused us and fucked us up mentally. And some of us have been through a lot of trauma to the point counseling ain't gonna do shit for us. But through the grace of Yahweh Shem Shah, through the scriptures, we have comfort. We have comfort. That's what we're out here telling our people. We didn't go up in the ways of the scriptures at all. A lot of us raised as Catholics, Christians, Buddhists, Muslims, knowledge of gods, Seventh-day Adventists, Methodists, Muslims, man. So we've been all over the goddamn. Some grew up with gang culture, gang parents, whatever. Your mother was a gang member, your father was a gang member. Really, your mother was ran the train, and a bunch of shit. Right? So now we're getting this truth in our latter age where we ought to got it when we were kids. But the thing about it, that's why the scripture says, seek the Lord 10 times more. Once you get the state, because now because once you stumble across the truth, you'll realize, like, damn. So that great lineage from Adam to Shem, that was us. That was the Nephilim. The angels had sex with women. That was us. Had a great stature. We fell. Now look at us, man. We don't know. We have no knowledge or wisdom of anything about our nature. There's so much that came across us in our 40s, our 50s. A goddamn shame, right? But ultimately, it was all by the will of Yahweh Shah. And that's where you can seek it. So what? Going to you have to have more diligence, man, to seek, and then more diligence to bring forth. Come out here. There should be no wavering or shaking when it comes to videos or what you call it, doing lessons. Getting up with the object.
I'm speaking as a man, but if you ever
I was just gonna turn the light off.
Hoping
this thing stays on.
A lot of the true character, the main character, and the fight they ass off to get that super level. There you go. So that's kind of like how the Lord got us. You know what I'm saying? Whether we woke up, whatever age, man. But we supposed to have been instilled with this wisdom, truth, and knowledge at an early age. So you're supposed to be looking like remember when the little kids, they just woke up and turned, so to say. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have been like that, but now, the Lord has shown his grace and his mercy upon us, so we get it at whatever age we got it. So we got to go 10 times harder, 144% harder.
Now, now we realize that come home, stop the door.
That's right.
We all get tapped into that switch and stuff.
Right.
So, now, okay, damn, we didn't find out until a later age. Now we be like, okay, so how did they do it? How did they move? How did they train? We're going to that same regiment. We going to the hyperbolic times. Reading the scripture, man. Right? No?
Right. I mean, King David leaped over walls, man. Come on, bro. This lock. You got to lock the fuck in at all times. To lock it, bro. Spirit came on me, man. Like, yo, we are a great nation of people, man. And it's time to it's time to see Esau fucking fall, man. You know what I'm saying? You should be locked in every day on these subscriptions, man, getting stronger. It's like the fucking sayings, man, getting stronger. Every time they think about leveling the fuck up, they train harder. You get close to death, you train harder. You know what I'm saying? So,
keep it if I may. Even with the saying, they had to go through a specific situation in order to reach that next point.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we're about to go through during these trials. You know,
They all had a great energy.
Yeah.
Great power about them.
That's
yeah,
right.
exactly.
He's so
They knew
ill.
they had to tap in to their spirit.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, so what we're about to go through is what Gohan went through, you know? You know, because the first time he fought, you know, he fought against Vegeta. You know what I mean? Well, obviously, you know, he had to fight before then, but the point I'm trying to make is with each level of these times that we're going through, it is just to make us finer pieces of gold.
Right.
You know? I finished this. You got it. And the book of Proverbs 22 and 6. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
But well, condition of season. And we just like Eleazar, he said that's why he chose death. But when you read about Eleazar, what he did, that was wise words, man. That was a man, mainly man. You know, he said, damn. He actually thought it out. He said, yo, like, yeah, man. The kids gonna say, oh, he was old. Of course he was. He said, nah, I choose death. They was like, hold on. No type of meat. Like, this make it look like pork. He said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I choose death, man. Right. You know, I'd rather die. You know?
Act like it.
Act like nothing. But that comes from old being seasoned, man. Well nurtured, man. What the scripture says, a workman that's not founded the change, basically going to the scripture, man. Read it. You know?
I got quick reset. This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned,
So have you been trainers or have you been eating donuts like this? Bullshit. You got it.
it says, if any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you.
So have you been bullshitting? Have you been lacking? Have you been playing around? Or have you been indulging in the spirit? The scripture says, prophesy not, quench not the spirit, quench not prophesying, man. No? When you wake up, you're supposed to pray. When you wake up, you're supposed to be, hey, man, yo, watch me. Watch me, don't sit there and go to sleep or be bullshitting around. Because if you really knew the importance of war, and that's what I always say, you really have to understand war to really be in this truth. Because this is a long, strategic, driven out war. Any slip or mess up can cause you your life. You know, you have to be on point. If you eat bad food, that can affect you how the way you go to war. Eat sugar, eat bullshit, not drinking no water, not take care of your body. So when it comes time when the enemy comes, if you ain't got no strength, how you gonna fight? Got it?
Brother Bashar, if I may, there's a movie I like called The Usual Suspects. You know, and the main villain was Kaiser Soze. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, good movie. But the main character was like, the biggest thing that the devil ever did was convince the world that he didn't exist. You know? And the biggest thing that Esau Edom has done was convince the world that he is not the devil.
Well, they made a song with what was it? Rick Ross made a song. The devil was alive.
Yeah.
You know, him and Jay-Z. You know, made that song that the devil was alive. You know, they the devil, doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, because let's face it, like so-called white, that's one of his main tactics, man, is to hide himself. Man.
He's not evil.
Right.
He say he's white. Everybody says,
You can call him anything on the earth besides an Edomite. He's cool with. He's cool with you calling him an Israelite. He's cool with you calling him Ishmael. He's cool with calling him whatever you want to call him. Right. But as soon as you call him an Edomite, hey man, that's when that veil is being lifted, off his head.
spirit bound stuff.
Yeah, you taking the mask off. Go ahead, bro.
The reason why I bring this out is because the brother said that we are, this devil has been in a war. This devil has had war with us for so long that we don't even think that we're even in a war.
It's a double war because he's at war with us, but he's also at war with these other nations as well.
Exactly. So that's why I bring it out. That he's in a war right now. The Jake that woke up, he doesn't even understand the situation. Though he think how he's doing his thing, but the history that he's probably learning, ain't even telling him that he's still under pressure.
Yeah, why do you create that? Because you're at war.
And
You won't get no leverage. Why you?
Yeah, Esau is very good. He's very good, and he's doing very good in his battle, his war, against the so-called Native Americans. So good that our people don't even know that they're in war. Our people don't even know that they're being oppressed. Our people don't even know who the oppressor is, man.
I just speak English. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right.
So he's been very successful, on using his manipulation, man, on using his conditioning. If a brother can get the definition of the word conditioning and Google search, because he's conditioned our people, which really, when you go into that word conditioning, it really goes to just softening up, softening. That's why you put conditioner in your hair, when you shampoo your hair first and you put conditioner in it, to soften it up, man. Add oils to it, man. Smooth things out. And that's what this devil is doing to our people, man. Especially the men. He's softening them up, smoothing them out, making them less rough,
the war.
Yeah.
The best war, the war not
Right. So he's softening them up, and he's done that by many devices, man. The main device was the crack epidemic, man.
But when the men don't want to fight, and you give women's right, a woman's not even allow. A woman's mind is not war driven. It's not for her to have war. A woman's mind is to accept the dainties of society, the goodies of it. So when the men are thrown down, the women are on top. The women will keep the men in check. And when you strip the roles and men are trying to chase women and get their gratification, everything's ain't no war coming up. It has to be that's how you know really ultimately the Lord, because the Lord got things in place to arouse people up. So Esau won't win. Because if Esau win, women will be the new men, and men will be the new women. And like even the scripture says, there should be no whore amongst Israel. There should be no whore, no harlots or sodomites amongst Israel. But clearly, that's all you see amongst Israel. Right? Harlots and sodomites, man. That's the method, the condition of the battle. Okay, that's what Esau does. He flat ground. He basically say, you know what? Destroy the men, get them all messed up mentally, then get them addicted to shit that's gonna make them even more. Give the woman a sense of liberation. She can think everything is just okay. She can, if she ever get in some type of disarrangement or stress, I will give her a handout. I will give her a place to stay. Since men are so broken, they will see it perfectly. So these are sick, goddamn. Just had it. Then you almost got the choke black man defeated, the Hispanic, Latino man defeated. Now these men, shit. Now you gotta go back to the drawing board. But hey, like the scripture says, Exodus 15 and 7, the Lord is a man of war. So here it is. We understand Esau is a war, like he's that type figure, and he thinks himself the God, but you don't realize he's dealing with the true power, and our power likes war. So this is and that's what you gotta have. And what does the Lord require us? You know, to seek Him and love Him. And what does that revolve? Us being a warlike fucking mindset. Man. You know, that's why it's good to watch boxing, man. Boxing and war movies, man. You know, and keep in that spirit of how you need to feel good. Control your emotions, being sensible, all in your goddamn feelings. You know, if you ain't your goddamn feelings, that position get you killed. It's like in the book of Maccabees. The Maccabees brothers, they were they gotta be we on that together. And they even said, yeah, he was slaying motherfuckers left and right. He was a bad motherfucker. But what happened? He died for nothing. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be in your emotional or consider things in your own man or your own thoughts. That get you fucking killed. That's right. Elder Yashwama and Elder Manatazak probably went there. That's what I got to check out. That lone wolf spirit will get you fucking killed.
Just the brother requested the definition of conditioning in the Merriam-Webster. It reads the process of training to become physically fit by a regimen or exercise, diet, or in rest.
Well,
Google. I got Google.
Yeah. Now, in the manner of war, you have to do so. So you go back. But this condition that Esau done on the people is to make you think that you don't even need a condition because he's making you fucking weak. He's destroying you. He's softening you up. Okay? Yeah, this is got to do with definition. I mean, you only got two lots. You're either a sodomite or you're a hollow. Hey, it's like the game, remember the game? The hole pop out of the hole, you over the head. Oh, yeah. You can never be that. That's how these modes is, man. You can't do it. You know, it's gonna take that nuclear fire, man. That's what's gonna take about. What's that saying? What's that saying? Can't beat him journey. Well, we ain't joining. Yeah. That's why we're like we're the thorn on Esau's side because it's no what's that word? It's no you can't pay us off, man. Can't it's no buying the soul, no making no agreement, none of that, man. That's why Esau know. That's why you bought Joseph. You got to bring back the firing squad and the guillotine. That's right. Hey, that's not. Really think about it. Now you already know something bad's gonna happen either this year or next year involving the election. But then this nigga Trump has said, "I want to bring back the guillotine and the firing squad." So something must gonna happen where this nigga Trump might get back in office to impose firing squads and guillotines to get rid of these crazy fucking people out here. Even a bunch of nutcases out here. A bunch of them. There's people out here that if they don't have their meds, you'd be like your boy. They think he's what you call them? The issues.
Okay. We gonna get lumped into that crazy category as well.
Yep.
All right, we're going to Google search.
So people are trying to see that. We all know Esau's shit not foolproof. Everything, the device he has out here, shit breaks. And like the newer the technology, the worse. Hey, just because you got a nice gadget in your car, I don't mean that. It don't make that shit hot. That shit fucking cheap as hell. That shit break easy. Huh? Yeah, there you go. That shit always break. And you gonna put the fucking object in you? Come on, man. Yeah, you really gonna depend on technology to think for you? You got people that's buying cars now. That basically, that shit do all the thinking for you. You really gonna trust that shit? What if that shit have a malfunction? And you just take your hand off the wheel and your car have a malfunction.
It's already happened.
You in the spirit
There's a
world.
couple people that died. Dude fell asleep with his shit on autopilot. Shit malfunctioned, he died. You see that?
Now what if you know how certain cars that should have vibrate your seat if you want it, something next to you or there's some
They got the alert system and all that.
yeah
Some of it's just a part for you.
there's something in front of you it'll slow the junk down. Oh, that shit have a malfunction. Now you got a crazy truck driver or something that's crazy behind you, and you trying to pass some shit, and you can't because your shit not saying, oh, you can't go past clock. Make it the fuck. I don't need no machine thinking for me. Right? You tell me to put an object in me? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. You got it.
This is conditional Google's definition, the state of something with judgment. The state of something with regard to its appearance, quality, or working order. The circumstances affecting the way in which people live or work, especially with regard of their safety or well-being. This is the verb having a significant influence on a determined manner or outcome of something.
Yeah, that's what Esau Edom has had a significant influence on so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans. All right, the way you think, the way you act, what you watch, what you eat. All right, how you talk, even how you breathe, has been influenced by these devils, man. Okay, you've been influenced so heavily that the majority of these people don't even know that they have been influenced. Okay, they think this is normal. All right, they think this is the only way. All right, they don't realize, okay, the impact that the so-called white man has had, all right, on their daily lives. All right, going back to the one of the heavy influences upon our people was basically going into the drug epidemic. You go back to coke, crack, heroin. Hey man, that's how. Hey man, after that, you had him really push heavy homosexuality upon our people. That was that softening agent. That was the drug.
Even like they don't even realize the disadvantage that the advantage that he should have over us to the point we have to have a higher being to deliver because when you like you know certain people that like people that know about the like GDP, Jake, that know like the market, that the number shit, and where Hispanics sit at on the totem pole, where blacks sit at on the totem pole. I know Jake. He telling me, man. Maybe he said like this. He knows into all that credit. He knows a lot about the system. And this Jake, he pretty much said like this: blacks are dumb. Blacks are dumb. And he said Hispanics are right there with blacks. He said they're done. There's no ever coming back from the deficit of what they put our people in. And our people fail to realize the so white man had years of free labor that gave us a wage disadvantage to them. So, and now Esau puts you in a more disadvantage, telling you go to college. 18 years of his school, which dumb you down. Then go back to college, put you in 100,000 debt, college tuition, student loan. And it's such a goddamn joke, right? That's why this nigga knows. Every semester you change the goddamn book and you can't resell. Ain't that some shit? Niggas are double. Ain't that some shit? And again, our people fail to even realize, going back to what this brother was saying, so-called white, hey, what's that old movie, Master Disguise? But that's that nigga Esau, man. He's the fucking master of disguise. He hid his name, he hid who he really is, and he hides what he does. And his power is bread and circus. So to keep you niggas in bed and keep you thinking, dreaming a false reality. I was around my people yesterday. I was making fun of my arm and shit. And I was like, I said, dang, y'all speaking that woman needs. I was like, yo, y'all women will sit there and literally say, why do lions chase gazelles? Why should we all know lions eat and kill the zebras and shit. But you left it to a woman, she was trying to change that.
Right.
She would be in a delusional mindset, but it's wrong. They shouldn't be doing it. We need to change the life. And that's how this is, and that's his power, because Esau allows motherfuckers to think like this, think stupidity. Well, that's for that benefits Esau, but people are this fucking stupid. Because it just, oh my God, thank you. It's stupid. Oh, let's go back to drum shit. Let's put this in there. Let's put this in there. Self-obsession. Because we know by the time they're going to fuck themselves up in their 20s, they're going to want to try to get together in their 30s. Let's give them self-obsession. So they can talk about, I love myself. I want to find myself. That's what it is. And now, I just love myself. Now you're in your 30s, you think, now you're critical. Everything you do, you think it's critical. Then you're 40, you think, no, you do. No? So this nigga's the master of fucking disguise. Well, you got it, bro. That was it. Go to Ephesians 5. Oh, you had a precept, right?
I had Ephesians 6.
Oh, give me that too. Then go back. Go to Ephesians 5. Okay,
this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6. And I started verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.
Be strong, man, because if you don't have that mindset, no matter the war. Hey, man, you keep your fucking people going to war, man. And the one thing too, you gotta know yourself. If you know where your weaknesses are, that's where you know you need to sharpen up. You know, so again, you prepare for the battle. Because at a battle, you never know what the fuck. Like in a boxing, you don't know your, but you train just in case he does something you're not expecting. No, you got it.
It says, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Wow, tricky, subtle sayings, his wittiness, his craftiness, his cleverness, his disguising, his way. Man, this devil can make something evil look good. He can make something. He makes shit taste good.
Yeah.
You know. You know, this nigga, he make pork taste good. He make pork adults, snakes. And he throws human meat amongst that blender when he grind up your hamburger, and it tastes good. Bologna, hot dog. You know what the fuck you're eating? Sausages. This nigga can make shit taste like junk food. Got it?
It says, verse 12.
They said they put rat shit in chocolate. Got it? It says this nigga is clever. He makes something evil look good. That's why they call America the Great Great Whore. This whore look good. And that's what John saw. You know? Revelation what is it? Revelation 7? He saw the greatness. Hey, he marveled. He said, man, you look good. Ooh. He's admiration for it. But hey, everybody does. They that's why when this devil talks, man, they extol this nigga's words to the everything right seems right to the so when he brings forth. You know, but when it comes to us telling you the truth, we're giving our people full proof, man. You know, telling our people, yo, this is what happens when you believe in this thing. Look at the history. Who the hell ever came been right to believe in this super white?
It says,
we need to shut the hell up, I guess. To the world, we need to shut the hell up. We're crazy, we're nuts, we're bugged out. I guess it's so white. Listen to this. But this nigga dropped the chemical. This nigga wrecking trains. Ready to set up families. You know? Super white man got this whole fucking world messed up. Look at the men, look at the women. Got it? You don't know what the fuck you looking at these days, man.
Right.
Got it?
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Got it?
It says, for we wrestle.
What the fuck it come from? I don't even know what the fuck that was.
It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers.
What did it say? So we at war. We can't just be hands in our fucking pocket, walking around like shit's sweet. Like shit's okay. And like ain't nothing going on in this society. Inflation ain't going up. Man, back in the day, it tells you the average so-called American could fucking buy a house here with an average job. You look at these 20-year-olds, you can't buy a fucking house, man. What the fuck you going to college for? It's irrelevant, man. They got these kids in a fucking trick bag. They got these people in a trick bag. Nobody's buying houses, man. You can't buy one. They barely buy goddamn food from Walmart. Everybody know Walmart because you save so-called save money, right? That's what they say. Get 4 items for Walmart, $200. You got it?
Fucking ad, they give them $40,000, $80,000 scholarship money to go to these schools. But where's that scholarship money going to those houses? You know, and you got people out here that's homeless that, people owning planes and all different types of real estate, but you still got people in all this land homeless, man, no home, for them to live in.
Jacket rent up $62,000 goddamn dollars, man. And they just said a rent in Manhattan has gone to $5,000 a month. I believe it. $5,400 a month, man. Who the fuck can afford that, man? Rent here is getting about $2,000, man. Who the fuck can afford that, man? Oh, insurance going up. Car insurance. Don't you know people up north that can't drive because they can't afford the insurance? There's people that don't buy cars because they can't afford the goddamn insurance. The personal property tax is here. You buy a car here, a fancy little 2022 car. Don't you know your personal property tax is what $600, $700 a fucking year? But you should have your fucking hands in your pocket.
It says Ephesians chapter 6.
And you would think you really think like motherfuckers be burning this shit down. And you should be camps. I mean, this is regular motherfuckers, average Americans are up there. It's right. They're talking shit on the corner because they're angry. But these people look at us like we're crazy. We got Bibles in our hands. Y'all should at least be just in a circle of pack, just talking shit, just screaming.
Right.
Just because of the injustice, what's going on out here, man? The only people that still own houses is your grandmother, and they're dying old. You got it? Because they was able to buy that house, your grandfather, when it was 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000.
Kind of, I mean, we're standing up for our war. Right. Out here on the highways and byways.
Right.
But what the brother is saying, why aren't you standing up for your Lord that you believe in your kingdom? You people should be out here pissing. I think that they got guns.
Yo, they got snipers. They got what 5.56 bullet, the 7.62 bullet, hollows, the high power rifle. Why aren't y'all marching down the goddamn street? It's ready to go to fucking war. It's daring some goddamn troopers or something to come up,
I wish y'all would come out here.
Hey, at least you died for something.
Yeah, that's true. He said, I wish, you know. You can see survival, he could bring a drone over your ass with a direct energy weapon. You don't even know how you died. You had never saw it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just died. Nobody saw it. Everybody just fell. Even spectators like that.
But I guess whoever did it, at least they tell the children. Yeah. We not gonna be controlled.
Yeah, he saw him make an example out of him quick. Spectators will know what not to do.
Hey, we out here. Hey, look at. Hey, go back to. Look at what we're going up against. You know. We had all types of disadvantages. And scripture says to go out there as sheep, amongst wolves, man. Proclaim his power, proclaim his name. We wasn't to die. What's wrong with these people? Listen, they're not even in the truth. They should be, there's money up here fucking snatched from them. They said average American is what, paycheck away from being thrown out of their places. They can't afford to make it here. They should be out here ready to die. They're telling their kids, listen, I die, you die too. We're going to die for this. Hey, you're going to stand up, or you're either going to stand for something or stand for nothing. Right? You got it, bro.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities."
This nigga is destroying society, man. And here it is, hey. Now people should be worrying about taking some goddamn. Hey, really, people should be taking over Walmarts, man. There's about to be no food out here. Getting the import drops, getting the drops ready, because it's about to be a famine out here. Ain't gonna be no water, no food, no toilet paper, none of it, man. You got it.
It says, against principalities, against the powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual.
Who's the ruler of darkness of this world? So-called white man. Goddamn Esau, man.
It says,
in La La Land. Look at it. Everybody's in La La Land. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la.
It says against spiritual wickedness.
Here it is. This nigga is ready to. Yo, it was a fucking train wreck, man. Chemicals. Look at these people. La 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 la. La 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 la. La. There were more today, huh? That's what I'm saying. There was more today. People don't see like, yo, something ain't right going on here. What's up with these train wrecks? Yo, it's not just regular train. These are fucking chemicals. Have they already, eggs are hot. You can't even buy chickens. Now I know for buying chickens. You should be able to buy a hen for $20. A laying hen. It's just $50 a bird. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got it, bro.
Another thing, right back on what you said as far as the train, another thing that isn't being spoken about at this point is with every derailment, you're actually cutting off the supply. Because the trucking industry and the train industry are the motivators that keep products running across Babylon the Great.
And remember, it's fucking up. These are chemicals. The air. Remember the first thing you said in the first one? Oh, the chicken, the dog. The chicken is getting contaminated. The air is getting contaminated. So you already see where they're going with right here. So, that's gonna mess up. Now they can say, oh my God, they can spill into the water. What? Oh my God, you gotta take the water off the shelves. Water. Right. these niggas tripped off toilet paper. So when they're saying there's no water on the shelves, oh, they can go bug out. Oh, we got to cut everybody's water off because it has spilled. Everybody's water shit. He's gonna say, yeah, Esau looks. You got that look like. The chemical, they're out in the air. It's releasing the water. Cut what's the water source out here? I forgot the name of it. But they're gonna hit them up. They're gonna send a nice little note in that letter. Cut everybody's water off. It's been contaminated. What? No, it didn't. Cut it off. You ever heard about that in West Virginia? Yeah. Pennsylvania, but yep. All they gotta do is have a train wreck over here. Right. All they gotta do is all they gotta do is have train wrecks in remote cities, and then be like, oh my God, it's a catastrophe. It's how you say it? It's catastrophic. You gotta shut the water down. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this now. And I'm telling you, that's bro. Esau caused the problem, so you got a reaction. He brings in the goddamn solution. This nigga state, bro. That's one of his tactics. He causes problems. He caused the problems. Right. And there's another coincidence. Chambers is already. Yeah. Come on, man. This nigga, that's what I'm saying. We tell our people to prepare for war. Put on that armor because how this is going to happen is not something that you can go into the ring with a skilled fighter. You don't know. You know he can fight. You don't know how he gonna hit you. You don't know hook, uppercut, combo. He might just come in and pressure the whole goddamn fight. You don't know, but you train for all of it. That's what we're telling our people for the scripture. Come back to Heavenly Father. Read these scriptures. Bow your head down to these scriptures to the Lord. Because when it hits, your only solution is going to be praying to God about that name.
It says spiritual wickedness in high places. Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil days, and having done all to stand.
Because you want to be victorious, you want to win. Don't nobody want to be conquered or defeated. You train the festival war. The other wars want to train and put it in order.
It says, verse 14, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Right. And going back to the Ecclesiastes, but the man with the right to the good. He delivered the sick, not his armor, not his strength. Right? It's funny because everything coming out on this devil. This nigga got a harp system. Man, this nigga can make everything 0 degrees and just make a catastrophe happen. And everybody got to go the fuck outside. Or everybody eats to stop working. Man, this nigga can do anything, man. Now, how people fail to realize we're not dealing with, they really believe this devil than anything, man. No? You got it.
It says, verse 15, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. Verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplications for all saints.
At the end of the day, yeah, we do a fucking good. Like I said, only they're too funny like for the weirdos and the people out here, get through other nations. That's why when you really, the more we out here, the more the days go by. We can't wait till the fucking news. No? Done with that? Give me Ephesians 5.
Ephesians 5, chapter, verse 1. It says, be ye therefore followers of Yahweh and dear children.
That's what we're telling our people, man. Be ye followers of Yahweh Shah. Don't be followers of this world. Don't be followers of fucking women. How you gonna follow something that says la la la? That's in delusion. You got it? And how do you do that homegirl? Got it?
It says,
You
I was gonna say it made me you made me think of that saying in the world where so-called nigga woman, she was like, if they jump off a cliff, you gonna jump off a cliff? You know, if they want to be a faggot, you gonna get that cliff. You know, so we following after righteousness and not the wickedness of this world that Esau Edom has pushed the vibration on our people, man. You know, and that's why he ultimately got them in a trick bag, like the brother mentioned, and that's why it's going to be a slow and easy kill, man. You know, it's going to be painful deaths for these people. All right. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 1, it says, "Be ye therefore followers of Yahweh and dear children." Verse 2, "And walk in love as Hamashiach also have loved us and have given himself for us."
ain't talking about that love that Esau. That's a obsession. I don't know if anybody remember Earthly Kick.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. That's like that. Look up at that. It talk about that one. That bitch was sick. Hey, you gotta know the real love of Yahweh Shah, which was go with rebuking and willing to die, standing up, saying something. Because love is an action word, not a fucking lip service, man.
It says, "An offering and a sacrifice to Yahweh."
And we love our nation so much, we stand and put ourselves in death's harm. To do this for who? Yahweh Shah, for our people. This is real love. And when people be like, "Oh, I love this, I love this," that's how we know people are full of shit. Okay, yeah, I'm a Muslim. Nigga, you ain't shit. Where you at? Where your work at? No? Got it?
It says, "And have given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to Yahweh for a sweet smelling Savior." Verse 3.
It's like Yahweh Shah, sacrificial lamb for the elect. Hey, we got to be a sacrificial lamb for Yahweh Shah, showing that we love him. No?
It says, verse 3, "But fornication and all uncleanness."
And when you look at a woman, right? When a woman loves you, right? You're going to know that woman, you bug, you know, your dirt, your touch, you all got all your mom. We all have women that but she's out, not around her, she keeps herself pure. She ain't talking to the God. She ain't little name. She got a nice modest apparel on. And that's and Yahweh Shah being a husband. We gotta keep ourselves up the wall. To make him well pleased when he come back. She got damn shit. We're going to bed chamber. No? So we gotta keep ourselves pure. You know? And here it is, the so-called white man wants to rape us. Make us commit spiritual fornication with their system. But we're calling out for the Lord, for him to come back and redeem us, man. You know? So again, look at these women out there. You can tell her when a woman's full of shit. She said, I have a husband. And you look at her. You don't love your husband. She all of your face. She all of the niggas' face. She got to, she take a couple of shots, right? She hollering, screaming, and twerking, popping. But you got a husband, right? When you see us, you see who? Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. So when you see a man's woman, you see him. When you look at this woman, you see their own self. You see a whore. We don't want to be whores, right? We want to be wife to Yahweh Shah. But she won't come to redeem. You got it? It involves putting forth action, showing. I always look really look into the word hypocrisy, you'll see everybody's full of shit. You know, when lately, man, I've been having low tolerance for niggas that think they got some sense or wisdom. Niggas will talk to you, yeah, you gotta, yeah, you know, so, yeah, you know, how this and that. I said, oh, yeah. So, where you teach at? I don't teach. I said, so, what the fuck you talking about, man? So, nigga, you don't believe what you think, you just full of shit. You know? Got it?
It says, verse 3.
Well, the longer you've been in this thing, the really more hatred you have for the fucking world. The more you start hating fucking people out there. You don't tolerate that bullshit. That's why it's hard. You can't really hang out with 2/3 niggas, man. It's man, you can't. It's hard to be around your own family. It's hard to be around 2/3. It's hard to be around a lot of bitches. All they do is yak, think they know something, and they take what they want, they about, think they know something. And you be like, they ask for some questions. So, where your platform? Where you teach at? Fuck out here, man.
It says, verse 3. For fornication and all uncleanness and covetousness, let it not be once named amongst you.
Let all that, that's what? The spirit of this world. Flesh. People love that shit. They've been blinded by it. That's how Esau lead them niggas. That's how Esau control them niggas. In their flesh. Got it?
It says,
why niggas always got bickering? Man, go look at basketball wild and all that wild shit. What is it? Every commercial where they broadcast fight, argue, fight, flash, stupidity. That's what women like.
Can I bring this out real quick? The book he said Esau be raping us, and, you know, and not only that, they promote the housewives and all that, man.
Esau don't like us being out here because we won't give ourselves to him. Right. We know we'll rather just die. You don't really see too many women that's willing to die for their husband.
This Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
That's right. It's pathetic. Fucking loser. He want us to pretty much bow ourselves down to him. And when you have a woman, a wife, whatever, a woman that loves you, if something happens to her, or somebody try to, a man try to go inside her, she will holler and scream. These new bitches, they're giving themselves to you. They got the long-time eyes. They let it be known. Yeah. I'm with it. What up? Can I buy you a drink? I had a married bitch offer me that shit, man. Fuck out of here. But no, we're not for that, man. You know, we're calling out.
It says, verse 3.
Man, niggas so wicked now, right? You have niggas be like, hey, man, she put up that fight. I like it. They all put on that trick, you know, try to be nice to it. I don't know what it is with a nigga. Nigga love that chase for a very woman. Put in all this type of energy and effort to her. And then once he got it, he just I had it. Fuck. That's what niggas do. That's what Esau wants. That's what Esau wants at us. Man. He wants us to be conquered and give himself to him. Then once he have us, kill him. Kill him. Fuck. You know? Piece of shit. If I can get you, I can't trust you. And that's pretty much what a adulterous woman is. You're a complete fucking traitor. We don't want to be labeled traitors, man. A traitor can't be what? Trusted. No, traitor. Shit.
It says Ephesians 5, chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named amongst you as becoming saints.
Right. Your husband got you. What? You cook, but he what? That's a slave to me. baby, you come with me, you get your own business. I'm saying this because Esau uses this as methods to try to penetrate us and lure us out. That's why the scripture says about the parable, is men that fall about by the wayside, get choked up by the cares of this world. And Esau throwing up them fucking goodies, man, them gifts, man. You know, you're gonna have some men that gonna turn even in among GMS, man. You're gonna take a bag, something teaching, get choked up, you know. You got it.
It says, verse 4, neither filthiness nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. For this you know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater has any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of Yahweh. Verse 6, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience.
Esau said, keep talking. God loves all. Come as you are. What are you talking about? Huh? God is loving. He loves be good all the time. You know? God is love. There's nothing going to happen to you. What kind of God do you serve? God, we serve love.
It says, verse 7, be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Go. Okay. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier. You're in this truth, man. The longer you're in it, it's harder to tolerate niggas, man. People that's outside this truth, man. This faith. Because even, you can only talk to so much. Then he's be like, I'm out. I had enough. All you need, don't nothing. See, when we amongst each other, we'll talk about something, but then it goes back to the book, to the truth. We talk to these worldly people, all it's going to talk about worldly, 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 worldly. More worldly, worldly, worldly. Than something wicked, found to happen. You know? Got it? Oh, he said, oh yeah, he's cool. I like it. You know, man, come to the crib, man. You know, there's some drinks, this and that, party, that. The whole time, you don't know what the fuck happened. Anything that happened. You don't worry about that amongst us, man. You know? Got it.
Verse 8, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord.
We was in something like this. We was in it. We was in a word at one time. Like we was going to earlier. A lot of us came across the truth at late 80s. So we picked up a lot. We was into a lot of things. That's what it's saying.
It says, verse 8, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light.
So we got to walk in what? In the spirit, out of the flesh. And that's why the Lord puts it in the spirit. That's why people clearly see coming out of this world. Something different about us.
Verse 9, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
That's right.
Proven.
We put our whole life to this scripture. You see what you see on the camera, what you see off the camera. Right?
Verse 10, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord.
That's right. So we go through scripture to see that Lord's will out. So we go through these scriptures and prove it and hope that what we're doing is right. Lord accepts, our good works and good doings.
It says, verse 11, and having no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Verse 12, for it is a shame even to speak of those things.
I can imagine what people are talking about.
It says, verse 12, for it is ashamed even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
You know how Esau get down. You know how some of these niggas get down. You know how some of these girls get down too. And they get into some shit that day. It's not even worth talking.
Verse 13. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. Verse 14. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
That's right. So the Lord is calling our people to wake the fuck up. You know, get up out of that deep, dead slumber state. It's gonna get you nowhere. Loving America is not gonna get you anywhere. Loving this place is not gonna get you anywhere.
It says, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16.
Because you gotta know you're at war. And if you don't realize you're at war, hey, that's what it said. If you can't understand carnal, how much more the spiritual? If you niggas can't see that you're oppressed, how you gonna say anything about you? If you niggas can't see there's a war going on outside, how you gonna understand the spiritual aspect of it? That the so-called white man is your enemy. He's the devil. He's a Edomite. He wants to put objects in. He's gonna go cashless. If you niggas can't see that the inflation, how money, again, if you don't even understand how money is operated, you're not gonna understand the shit. You don't understand. You're not gonna understand how the reason why this white so-called white man wants to get rid of cash, put an object in. You know?
It says, verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Women are whores, men are sodomites. Those are the two lies. Either fall in one, those are lies. Idolatry is a woman, sodomites is a man. Because again, being masculine, they don't, the word don't like that. Andrew Tate shows you that. Russian Fitch show you that. They don't like masculine men. Women don't like, hey, what's that? Oh man, the scripture like Sirach. It said consult not with a woman that's jealous. Consult not a harlot that's jealous of a righteous woman. These bitches are whores. They don't like the attribute of being a housewife, a woman that loves her husband. The whole notion of that is slavery. Right? So in this society, how are you going to talk about anything being upright and about righteousness when this whole world is in darkness, man? Hope, death, destruction.
It says, verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is.
He's going to know down this destruction and wickedness. And he's going to put the so-called man in bondage, in slavery. He's going to restore his people, some of the elect, Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic people of America. That's going to be the will of the Heavenly Father. And he's allowing the so-called white man to build his tab up to the heavens so he can destroy his ass.
It says, verse 18, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess.
And what's the people say? What the Lord said? The people are drunk, not with strong drink. People are drunk on philosophy, lies of the so-called white man. Right?
It says, be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto Yahweh and the Father in the name of our Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That's right, because through him we have peace, comfort in the scripture. Give me that,
Oh yeah. I got. This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. It says, "Wherefore gird up your loins of your mind." We'll read that again. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach."
You know, so it says, gird up the loins of your mind. You know, prepare yourself mentally, all right, and spiritually for these things that are going to transpire, these things that are going to take place on the earth. Man. You know, you shouldn't be surprised at the things, you know, you being in this wisdom knowledge truth, you should be surprised at the things that take place, things that happen. Okay, so in the Civil War, you know, these laws, okay, these troops hitting the streets, these cities being on lockdown, these cities being shut down. You know what I'm saying? You know, this would be something that you are looking for, man. Okay, we're looking for these things to take place. All right, we're looking for martial law. We're looking for civil wars. We're looking for sedition among men. We're looking for these plagues and these pestilences to happen and take place on the earth, man. We're looking for World War III. Okay, we're longing for the destruction of America, man. Okay, we're hastening for the day of the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm gonna read that again. It says, First Peter 1 and 13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you.
It said be sober, you're on point, you be circumspect. Not all over the place. You know what's important, right? You know what's so you can dive into, not dive, but you pretty much tell what's right and what's wrong. Right?
It says, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance.
One time, we could tell who we were really about prior to us waking up to the truth. But you clearly see what a nigga's about. Hey, what's up? Man's gate does what? Shows what he is. That's sense of love. You know?
If I might add, going back to that scripture that he pulled out, it said girding up that that mind, paraphrasing. How do you do that? You do that by examining yourself. Every day you should be asking yourself, what kind of man of the Lord am I if I don't do this, or if I don't, make this right decision? You know? And it really made me think about that. Like, dang, like if I don't do this lesson today, if I don't read, if I don't pray to the Lord, what kind of man of the Lord, what kind of faith do I have in my power, man? You know, and that's something that you should be asking yourself on a day-to-day basis, man. And that's what's going to keep that balance and you girding up your mind for the evil days that is to come.
It says, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
We have to walk up. We have to walk in that fashion. Hey, you think y'all shopping in the ghettos, smoking weed, drinking, in the club, getting twerked on, accepting, hey, agreeing with the so-called black woman, Hispanic woman? Hey, you think y'all should be agreeing with feminism, abortion, Planned Parenthood, making allegiance with the so-called white man? Hey, did not he gave an example of when Satan took them? He took them at his weakness, man. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, man. Or 30 days and 30 nights, man. 40, okay, water. You know, so
yeah, you think Yahweh shall be teaching that the MOTB is sin, like Jesus Christ is an embargo? You know, you think that the one you call Jesus Christ, okay? You think he would be out here teaching that a man can have long hair, dreadlocks, and get edge ups and tattoos? You know what I'm saying? Because these other particular groups have a problem, and have a problem with the men of Great Millstone, apostles of Great Millstone on down, of the doctrine. Right? They have a problem with us saying that, if Yahweh Shah was on the earth today, he would be a part of a Great Millstone. Right?
Yahweh Shah have Facebook.
Right.
Facebook, Instagram,
right.
Snapchat.
Will Yahweh Shah be telling the Israelites that they can only have one woman? Huh? Will Yahweh Shah be telling his people that Sabbath was Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown? That the new moon is the full moon. Right. What particular doctrine would he be teaching? That points out to you what particular camp he would be involved with.
So I mean, if Yahweh Shah was here right now, he would be making a whip for all those camps.
Yeah,
that sell goods.
Yeah. Y'all the camps would be in trouble if Yahweh Shah.
T-shirt fringes.
Oh, I was just thinking
I was
about
thinking,
Yeah. Well, yeah, if Yahweh Shah was on that, when he be with, yeah, when Yahweh Shah be with a t-shirt fringe right about now on the highways and byways, man.
long hair.
Huh? Come on, man.
Crazy, bro. Will you think he'll be Ashificate Passover?
Right, would he be wearing sunglasses? You know, would he be teaching that the so-called white man can make it? You know, there's a place called hell. You know, what particular doctrine, what particular words would he be teaching his people? He was on the right. He can make it. Yeah. Would he tell his people, his congregation, that you can go get that juicy juice, man? That you got to take it. You know. You know, and a lot of you particular camps, man, with the leadership of these other particular camps, you know, they're teaching these things. A lot of them know the truth. They know what they're teaching is wrong. It ain't according to the scripture. You know what I'm saying? But they that money, okay, they're interested in that particular contract, these particular agencies, ultimately the so-called white man, you know, because of the money that has been offered to them. Okay. You know, yeah, which is nothing, you know, the crumbs off the master's table, they are basically teaching their people incorrect doctrine, things that are going to get them killed. Okay, you know, if you so-called Negroes and Latinos today, that amongst these groups don't repent, come about these groups, we believe that, you know, there's going to be a certain number of men that come about it today. You know, and particular women as well that, you know, watch, you know, and listen to these other groups. You know, it's all, I mean, especially when this MOTV gets pushed heavy. You know, when this MOTV gets pushed heavy, you know, then they're gonna realize, you know, that their group that they were listening to, all right, they weren't telling them the truth, all right. That CHIP is the MOTV, man. All right, they're gonna realize from the apostles and the great mill son on down that they were right all along, man. You know, and the question is you leaders in these other groups, are y'all gonna be humble enough to admit that? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other groups, man, if I admit that I'm gonna lose all my qualifications, I'm not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be fearful and scared of the outcome of that, right? You know what I'm saying? So are they gonna be able to swallow their pride, you know, and humble down? Well, it's not. Right. Oh yeah. One last verse. It says, because I'm reading 15 and 16. It says, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. You know, we got it.
That's right. So the Lord ain't called us to be niggas all over again. And that be the feast of first of being born again. It's like Nicodemus asked the Lord, so what are you telling me? I go back into my mother, you won't know. I mean, cleansing of yourself through this what? Through this word. Psalms 119, I believe 19 or 20. 10, water. And cleanse yourself, man. So leaving all the niggatry of this world and the foolishness of this world alone, getting away from cleansing yourself and working out. Just like when you go into First Timothy 6:9, it says a lot of men that pierce themselves with many sorrows. You got to work out, you know, that trauma and that mental guilt. A lot of shit that fuck up your mental, and that's the grief that you cause you, you got to work that out through the scriptures, through the Lord. You know, only from the other side, not South Carolina, he did a lesson. He was like, nigga said on keep account for it. I can't be a motherfucking king because what my mama did, I don't trust nobody. So, nigga, that has to be fuck out here. Fuck mama issues. A lot of us have mama fucking issues, man. The hell with them. The hell with it. It's the last thing. Like, come on.
What the cat gonna talk about? That's the shower. Let's carry that over to his adult.
Hey, that's why I'm saying they're not being circumspect. They're not going to respect. We all are under. We all have been through the curse. That's the importance of cleansing yourself and getting right with the Heavenly Father, so you can get over that shit. Come on, man. But you know, with that, if any boy got,
I was gonna say, man, that's a part of growing up, being a man. You know, you gotta shake that shit off, man.
don't nobody Right? Who, as a man, right? Where can you go and be like, she left me love again? They gonna be like, okay. They gonna walk off. You know, they gonna laugh. You're gonna be the last one. You're gonna be the last one to stop. You definitely ain't gonna work a woman. Yeah. She didn't drink for me. No, I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Man, the fuck up. Being a fucking bitch. Huh? Like you're the only one that went through something. I hate that. That goes back to I hate niggas like that, man. So you're the only one that went through something. You're the only one that had a fucked up mother. You got certain guys here, their moms was on drugs. My mother were fucking harlots. But they say side bitch. What was the side piece? Come on, still is. But hey, Lord's will you edify. You know, we out here again through spirit of power. You know, our Heavenly Father. We're gonna give our praise to his peace. Give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash. We're gonna give again double honors to the apostle, the message as well. Bless for the hopeful elect. Again, man, those we edify. Again, here, the spirit, power, Yahushua. Oh, yes, brother. Walk on the wall. Left your murder. Stand up. Keep pushing. Stop.
A bad ball.
On the ball.
Fuck this place. Hey, you bitch.